Thanks for clicking on our faces. We are talking about the next episode of Gotham Knights. Now, this is episode 6. And we got me, see the Superior. We got to my left. We got the Grand Poobah, a.k.a. Bad Guy Jack. And below us, we got Hardy from the last episode. Remember him, guys? Our special guest.
Yay, what's up? I'm back once again.
All right. So this episode of Gotham Knights picked up not long after the last one. We got, of course, we're still trying to solve the mystery of Bruce Wayne's death. And they are trying to put together this cipher. And we got introduced to some new characters this episode, right? Specifically, one being the person who's allegedly responsible for the Wayne's seniors, like the parents, Gotham, Bruce Wayne's parents' death. And that's supposed to be this gentleman right here, Joe Chill.
Joe Chill!
Looking very much like, what's his name from Cannibal?
I was going to say, he just lived a very long time.
He's, you know, well known in these Gotham streets. You know, he's the granddaddy of all things crime in the city. So that's him. He's on death row, by the way. You know, soon.
He's working with Suge Knight?
Oh, I guess apparently.
Really? Working on Suge Knight, really, man? Nah. But so, my man,
but the thing is, he's been on death row for like 50 years. I'm like, can they hold people for that long? That's supposed to be, you know.
Well, he did kill like the Waynes, though. He killed like not just some random people in Gotham. He killed the Waynes, like, you know, the kings and queens. Of course, going to go to jail. It's like shooting the president.
True,
but I think the question, like, can you be held that long? I think there's a certain period, but 50 years, you might as well just let him die in jail at that point. I mean, I don't mean to sound cruel or nothing like that. I mean, sitting there saying,
not wrong.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? Hey, we're gonna kill you now. Now, I'd rather you just. I don't know. I'm saying I'd rather. I think I've worded things.
You're not wrong because he did say that. He said that I'd rather be dead than spend 50 years in jail. So you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're agreeing with him. It's all good. Which no one wants to be in jail for that long. Like, forget that noise. For a murder I did not even do.
Or death, though? Like, if that was the option, to stay in jail or death.
Death.
Y'all tripping. I'll be in jail for the rest of
listen,
my life.
I would have the perfect way to send me away. Play Nick Cannon CD. I will die quickly. Just play it and then we'll go. Yes.
Hey, yo, damn. No, he didn't. Drumline don't count.
No, Drumline.
Drumline don't count. My man is fire.
This is actual self CD where he thought he was doing art, and instead he was providing us with trash. But carry on, you're doing a great job, and I'm glad that you mentioned Joe Chill off rip, because honestly, the Gotham series I have not been a fan of Gotham Knights. And I said, if this episode don't do it for me, I'm gone. But this episode really did it for me. I do like what Joe Chill, his performance was great. I think the actor really did a great job giving life to Joe Chill. He's someone in the Batman lore who don't get a lot of acknowledgement. You know, we always talk about Joker, Riddler, I almost said King Shark, but you know, all these other characters, but Joe Chill don't get mentioned a lot. And he plays a big part in all this, because without Joe Chill, there's no Batman. So I thought the actor did a great job. Even the part where he eventually he speaks to Harvey, and he says, I want to speak to the kid who killed Batman. I'm sitting there saying, this guy has a lot of nerve. You killed Batman's parents. Who the hell are you? And for him to reveal later in the episode, and they're having this conversation, he's saying, I didn't do it. The news make it, which is really a great point, because the news can really make it look like this person is guilty. Meanwhile, because they create a narrative. And not even just the news, but also the Court of Owls. And it just showed how powerful the Court of Owls are. So him is saying, I didn't even do it. I was just there to scare them. These other bullets came from another direction, and I got the blame. Even sitting there saying, I thought this was a really interesting quote. And he says some of the lines of like, I wasn't mad at Bruce, you know, for feeling how he felt. But when he was Batman, the world's greatest detective, and he couldn't figure that out, I was like, nah, he really Bruce is rolling in the grave, sitting there saying, God damn it. I wish I was alive. God damn it.
But so, I wanted to point out that this show does seem to make an effort to include our senior citizen actors and actresses. Because even in the last episode, remember we got the old lady and she had such a great part. You almost stole the show.
Man, don't bring up that old lady. That old lady was creepy as all hell for no damn reason.
She did a good job.
She did a good job. She did too well of a job. That girl was just hankering for that part, man. She played senile way too well. She played senile way too well.
Our senior citizen actors, they deserve their shine too. So I'm glad that they get that in the show. But with that being said, we also were introduced to another character, which was my girl Stephanie's daddy, Mr. Arthur Brown. And this actor is familiar. Like I've seen his face before. You guys know where he's from?
No, where's he from?
I don't know. It's like I remember him being a younger actor. It's going to come to me later, but this guy's been acting for quite some time, and I can't place his name, but I've seen that face before.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He looks like he should be Harry Osborn from a Spider-Man, like any type of Spider-Man movie. I swear to God, he has the old face for Harry Osborn or Riddler. Like it just his face. That man was creepy.
He did give Riddler vibes. At first, I actually thought he was because when they started the episode, they had this thing. It was like an advertisement, and then you saw the question marks. And I said, "Oh," but he didn't have enough green for me to. He had enough green for me to go, "Oh, that's the Riddler." Because even when I was talking to my mother, I watched this with my mom, and she swears that's the Riddler, and I keep telling her like, "There's no green in there." Like, as much as sometimes shows and stuff, they'll take liberties with characters. They'll still keep certain things that may, like, you're not going to see the Joker without a face, without his face paint. Same thing with Riddler. He's going to wear green because that's his color.
Well, also for the fact that that's not even his daughter, because remember the black girl is supposed to be Riddler's daughter. So
wait, no.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be Riddler's daughter.
That's the Riddler's daughter.
No.
Literally look it up. That is the Riddler's daughter. That's the Riddler's daughter. The girl Robin.
But I can say that Arthur Brown, I looked up the character, and he's another character kind of similar to the Riddler. I want to say they call him the Clue Master or something like that.
But they did mention the Riddler. I didn't mean to cut you off. I took some notes. I wanted to. I had it on my phone because when she went to him, asking her dad for help, she mentioned 3 names: Enigma, Nihilus, and Pollux, or something like that. But Enigma is the Riddler. I forget his actual first name, but Enigma is his last.
Yeah, so they do make mention of these characters, but this is like a different character that's like, I don't know, from who knows where in the Batman lore. They pulled him up and dragged him out. If you guys
know that, please let us know, because we have no idea. We have no idea who some of these characters are.
But that's Stephanie's dad. So I'm like, okay, now I see what's going on here. Now, she tried to pull him in to solve some of this mystery here, because she has like these puzzles or this clue as to, what was it, the mafia gang, how they kept their records and their history. She's trying to solve that. And she brings it over to our other girl, the sister sibling, whatever her name is. I said I was going to look up these names and I forgot, but here we are.
I forget her name all the time.
They got their little wine down back at the house, got the drinks out. And
I thought that was Tennessee. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think that was wine. I thought that was straight up liquor.
Yeah, it
was tequila. Because
it was tequila?
The brother says, "I thought you and tequila don't work," and she said something slick. But also too, I want to throw out, because as you mentioned that, I couldn't help but go and sit here and saying you guys are watching Gotham Night Review, but it's a wind down. So if you have some wine, drink to it. I mean, don't do what these guys did. They were trying to solve a mystery and drink. It's bad.
Hey yo, leave me and Scooby out of this, man. We just have to figure out how we do our thing, okay?
No, they don't drink. They get high.
Oh, God.
Damn, call me out on my name. But yes, brought to you by 420. Hey.
Oh, Lord. So we do get them in there like drinking. They're trying to solve the mystery. And they were able to put together that Stephanie's dad, he did give her a bit of a clue, even though he didn't solve it all the way for her. He gave her the clue of Shakespeare, and apparently there's this.
It was Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yes, Sherlock Holmes. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, well, who knows Sherlock Holmes books like that to just be.
But I do like this, because what I did like about it was he solved it immediately, And he said something over the lines because once again, I screenshotted some of these things. He says, "My little Sherlock, fear not, you'll figure it out at last," or something like that. So as soon as he said that off rip, I said, "Oh, that's a clue," but I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. But
I'm like, how did this girl figure it out so fast? I know she's a genius, but who really knows?
But it goes to show you. I think it gives her layers, though. This was actually really cool because it gives her layers, right? So she's like this street tough chick and all this stuff, right? And you don't expect that from her, right? Like you don't expect a really good song from Nick Cannon. So right here, she just shows up and just like, oh look, I what did she say? She said something over the lines of she watched the show last week. I forgot what the show was.
Oh, yeah, she was a big fan. She watches all of the every single episode.
But it just goes to show you that she is just more than just a like
she just knows trivia.
Yeah,
she did say that they're the same person in another life. They just like she's the one who went through the struggle, one went through being rich. So and I think that's the reason why she's like the reason why she got it so quick is because she's super competitive to show that she's the better version. Because she always has to like prove herself like every single second.
They're really competitive because Stephanie, when she does when the sister does solve it, right? And I promise you guys, next week we'll actually have names. But when the sister solved it, Stephanie said, "How much did it take you to drink to solve that?" And I said, "Not for nothing, Stephanie. Drinking, I have solved a lot of stuff because of drinking. Don't hate."
Oh Lord. I can't say I'm a better gamer when I drink. There's something that brings out my talents.
I've solved some hard math problems because I was drinking. I figured out the 7 times table once I'm drinking.
Congratulations.
Oh, no, that doesn't help me.
So they were able to figure out that, okay, if we go through these books, a couple of different books, conveniently, they were able to find the right one, right? And all the while they're there, we got, Harvey Dent and what's his name? Turner.
Yes.
I got it right.
You got Turner right. Yeah, everyone knows Turner because he's the boring one.
Yeah, well,
fake Robin for all the Robins. I said this last episode. I don't know why they had to make a whole brand new Robin who didn't know anything. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I just cannot understand. Because he's an original character.
They don't got the coins for Dick Grayson. They got the coins.
Turner is an original character for this show. He is never seen in a DC at all. Everybody else.
Turner?
Yes, Turner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing at all. But everybody else in the show is in the comic books. Turner's just the only one who's not.
Maybe they also did it to have a little more creative leeway with the story. I don't know.
I can agree to that. I think that's what they tried to do here. But Turner sucks. But carry on.
So he again finds out through Mr. Joe Chill that Joe Chill was framed. The Court of Owls are after him, and pretty much he's just kind of saying that we're kind of the same. We're on the same team pretty much. He's pretty much left a clue as to why the Court of Owls want him dead is because he kind of knows how to find the Court of Owls or figure out who the people are.
He knows too much.
Yeah, he knows too much.
He knows too much.
But unfortunately, before he was able to give them the real tea, they went forward with his execution. Like there was no more waiting. Dude had no more time left.
If I can report something, Mama Bad Guy report, right? So I'm watching this with her, and she mentioned something that I thought was really interesting. She was mentioning the coins that they give, right? Mm-hmm. She was mentioning because they keep saying the owls watch or something. The saying, I don't know it off the top of my head, but the owls will watch and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Those coins might be something where they have always watching. Like they might actually be something where they are, like they're more than coins. Is my point.
Like they're listening in.
Yes.
Spy devices.
Because they keep saying.
I thought that was more for the watchers. I'll be honest with you, because I thought the same thing, but he kept on saying the owls are always watching. Like I kept on saying time, so I'm like, they're always. I don't know what it is. So why can it not be the watchers, like the cool watches that they all get, that only Pacific people get?
But see, that's the thing. Maybe it's a play on words where you're saying watches because you're thinking like time, but watches meaning I'm always watching you.
So it's in the coin and it's in the watches?
I
How
don't
does that
know.
work?
They got something going
Because
on.
how else would it? Don't you
way.
think it's very? Do you think it's very convenient that as JoJo was getting ready to reveal everything? Oh yeah, because remember Harvey put a stop to his execution, and then the government said, "Nah, we need to fry this old dude." So I just think the timing of it is very. It just makes me think a little bit like, yeah, they knew. They said, "Oh, he's getting ready to talk. We need to fry. Joe Cho need to be Joe Burnt."
Oh wow. No, not Joe Cooked, bro. No, don't do that.
Don't encourage him.
Oh
So,
Lord.
okay. But pretty much, back to the Scooby Gang. They figure out, the cipher, and
say Scooby Gang?
The Scooby Gang.
Not the Scooby Gang, bro.
And they go to where who they call them, the McCullens, or where the mafia has their location, and a shootout happens because they're deciding, okay, are we going to be, what kind of people are we going to be? Are we going to be heroes or what? And this is kind of the deciding episode of what they're going to do with this whole Gotham Knight tagline, like what the media has been calling them. And they decide that they're going to try to save the day. They pretty much beat some mafia booty.
They did.
And this is
Stephanie almost got shot.
Yeah, Stephanie had a life and death experience. Like her life flashed before her eyes, pretty much.
She froze.
Because she hasn't been in battle before. She's not a fighter. She's a hacker.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can see how that could be scary.
For the first time, yeah. But I know she could fight, right? We've seen her fight in the show. At least once or twice. She can hold her own.
She's able to hold her own, but this C's face said it all. But no, because I get what you're saying. Like, this rich white girl know how to fight, but it's not her forte. I mean, she goes in there, she does some things. I mean, she doesn't break a nail, but like, let's be real. The sister, and I was telling my mother this too. I was sitting there saying, like, I know what as boring as Turner is, right? He can go. Same with the sister. I haven't seen enough of the brother, but he was able to still. I was surprised at some of the stuff he could do. Stephanie just needs to stay in the lab, create formulas and all that stuff. Don't get out in the field.
Fix puzzles and don't do anything just yet. Yet. No.
But
no.
Even Robin, our real Robin of the show, she was unavailable.
Yeah.
Because she had to stay at the hospital with her mama because her mom needed to keep a close watch on her, right?
Yeah, but even though she's still saving lives.
Like, which is like, what the hell? Who said it's giving very much malpractice? Like, how dare you come in here as a child thinking you about to do some medical work on this patient? I was not here for that scene.
She might have just been trying to speed up the process for the guy.
But
my man didn't have insurance. My man needed it.
He even said that too. He said,
my man had no insurance. His credit score said nope. Don't let him have.
He was going to see Jesus. No, he did, because he did say early. He said
I was going to see Mr. Wayne. My man was about to see Alfred.
You're in your hospital room, dying possibly.
Okay.
And a 15-year-old comes in the room talking about, oh yeah, I can do it. If you don't get the hell out of here.
Hey yo. Allstate tried, man. Allstate tried. It didn't go through. My man don't got the insurance. You got to get what you got to get.
Her job. Imagine if something happened and they would have been like, "Whose kid is this? Oh, it's Dr. So-and-so's daughter."
How would they even know?
Sued and lost her license.
Hey, all I can say is they can try and just play it along like that. How do we know that's my kid?
Oh,
wait, what?
How do we know it's my kid? Go along, little kid. I don't know who you is. It can just go, oh no, not.
He was also in the hospital doing his community service because, again, he took the blame for Stephanie. So he has to do some community service around the neighborhood. And he's working at the hospital, working off his hours. And it seems like they're trying to get another little romance team going here because him and Robin had a little connection. I'm like, okay. This is our plan B.
Mr. Sip strikes again.
Let me ask you guys this, because as I was watching it, my mother feels like he's definitely going to turn into a bad guy. Do you guys see it with him?
Probably. It's the
I know.
Enough seasons.
Because he has a charm to him that I'm blinded by, where I'm like, he's such a nice guy, but I can also see, and also too, he have a villain chin. Like, just take a look at that chin.
Wow, not a villain chin.
Yeah, look at that chin.
Yeah, my man got that nigga chin. Oh my god.
Crimson chin.
Yeah. Wasn't that the homie that was always with Timmy Turner?
Yeah, that's Crimson chin.
Crimson chin, nigga chin, head ass. Oh, but there's one thing I have to say in this episode. I kind of feel like he's got a little bit of redemption. Kind of, not a little, because I'm not team Mr. Simp. I'm sorry. I don't rock with it. But I can see.
Wait.
Huh?
No, because you called him a simp. What makes him a simp?
Okay, last episode when it went to the very first episode when Stephanie Brown went and told him about how she knows where Robin is and where he's going, and then he literally told on himself to get her out of the way. Mm-hmm. But it's also for the fact that, like, why the hell did you do that? Why did you put yourself in that risk? What was the point of that? This is not your girl. But he also wants to one up Turner, which I don't like. Like, I'm not cool with Turner, but like that wasn't cool. Like, the things that he said to her, to Stephanie Brown, was kind of like, or to Turner, when he was like, "Oh, your dad's dead. Like, I guess it's a weight off your shoulder. Like, that's not cool."
Stephanie is that girl. That's why Stephanie is that girl, and he sees it, and he won't sit. And he sees that, Turner could possibly be a little competition. So he's trying to one up the game by taking the blame of something she did.
Get the hell out of here. No one looking at Turner.
But it worked a little bit, because look who came running to the hospital as soon as his daddy had a little issue. Stephanie ran to the hospital.
I have no idea what she wants.
Thank you. She wants fake bird too. She wants the fake bird too. What are we gonna do?
She wants Turner. She know what she wants. She wants Turner because she was giving him the eye when he came to comfort her after.
Yeah, she was giving him the eye. Saying, "I can't believe how boring you are. Now my allergies are acting up."
That was a little lust in the eye. They gave her the look of the lip. I was like, "Oh, they about to connect here."
It was looking that way. It honestly was looking that way.
So she knows what she wants, and it's not Mr. Simp, it's Turner.
Honestly, though, you know who I think?
I think they're trying to get this little love connection going on. But anyway, go ahead.
I was thinking that they were going to try to pair Stephanie with I can't think of the brother's name, because the brother seems really into her too.
The brother?
Yeah, I can see that. They had a connection. They had a moment.
Matter of fact, he was the one when they were drinking. And he realized it was getting bad. He broke it up because he's the voice of reason, and sat here and said, "Your father wanted to challenge you. What did he say? Blah 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 blah." He was. There was an episode or so ago where he really looked like he was really into her. But I digress.
I don't see it. I don't see any kind of connection.
I kind of see what you're talking about, but I just feel like it's more of a friend type of they're bonding type of situation. I see what you were talking about because I thought it too, but now I have to rewatch it just to think nah. They're just chilling. They're just good. They're having that time where they're a team and they're figuring out who they are.
When you say chilling, are they joking?
Not like no Netflix and chill. We ain't on that.
You let me finish. When you said it, did you mean like Joe chilling?
Boo.
That was good. That's 5 points for me. That's rude.
Boo.
Oh my god, you did not. Wow. Anyways, going back. No, I want to go back to one thing with my man Grant about how you think he's going to be a villain. Mm-hmm. I think so, but the only way he's going to be a villain is if fake Robin literally comes out saying that he's the leader of the Gotham Knights, and then realizes Stephanie's part of it, and then he's just going to be jealous because of the fact that Stephanie and fake Robin are together. And he's going to see it. I'm just saying, the CW, they don't really write off the script that hard. It's all the same thing.
I can see him, going into a jealous rage over Stephanie, because that's the apple of his eye.
Apple of his eye, man.
Yeah.
Don't go for the apple. Go for the orange.
Oh, he ain't got no oranges. He got one fruit in his garden, and it's Stephanie.
Then it sounds like he needs to expand his garden.
Yes, he does.
Not expand his garden. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much the episode, guys. Like it was a lot going on, and we got a little intrigue. So I'm enjoying this show. I don't know. What
Joe Chill's innocent. Joe Chill's
I enjoy
innocent.
this show. It's not like peak television and by any means, but it's entertaining. I'm entertained when I watch these. I don't know about y'all.
I'll sit there and say this episode was one of the better ones, and it's kept me because I was ready to quit.
Same.
This episode don't do it. I was ready to walk, but this episode was really, really good. My mother's a big fan of it. She keeps telling me, be patient. And like I said, this episode was good. This episode was really, really good. I love the Joe Chill factor in here. I didn't really care about the subplot for me, you know, them trying to solve everything, but that was cute. And it was nice that they gave a different, I guess this would be like plot C, I guess, if you will, with Robin. They gave her something different, and she was still very useful because she saved someone's life who had bad medical. So good job.
What do you think, Hardy? Did you enjoy the episode?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like Joe Chill is the only one who literally saved this entire series because that man was really good with his acting. I do.
Yes.
And I did like the person who plays Turner's interaction with Joe Chill. It was very much spot on, and if you like, in the sense they kind of mirrored each other, and I loved how that is because you know, like they're pretty much the same. And he said it in the episode, so that entire scene made up the whole episode. I like I like Mr. Simp's dad getting shot and thinking that it was going to be Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. Saw that shit coming, but like
yeah.
But
That's him right there.
Honestly, it was really hard not trying to turn it off because I've really been watching Beef on Netflix. So I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to finish this so I can get to the others.
Don't let him lie to y'all, because the way he binge watched them episodes, he's a fan.
Nah, I only binge watched it. I binge watched because you said I have to figure this. Nah, you told me that I had to do this the last time. I was like, okay, I gotta watch every single episode. I'm not gonna know what the heck is happening. So
he's a fan.
Oh yeah.
He only had to watch one episode, but he decided, yeah, let me watch all of these because he enjoyed it.
So would you go on just in the basics of the middle of a like a series? Nah, we gotta go from the beginning.
Right. But anyway, that's our episode, guys. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video, and join us on all social media platforms at unpopular.review or unpopular review. And also, Jack and myself have brought back UPR battles.
Ooh.
And we recently had a battle on IG Live between Sailor Moon and Dark Phoenix. And you'll have to tune in to our Instagram page by this weekend, and you can see who was the victor. So, talk to you later. Bye. See ya.
Yeah.
What do you want to be, y'all?
Respect.